Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. Stacy here with Low Carb Life, and in today's video we are making air fried boneless buffalo chicken tenders. So let's get started. For our breading we are using pork rinds, and I have these sea salt and pepper pork rinds and they are just so delicious, so I cannot wait to bread these. But anyways, you know friends, before we started the ketogenic diet, I was a little over 180 pounds, and I really think it was mostly because of my addiction to potato chips. I love potato chips, and in particular the Keto fried potato chips. Oh my gosh, they are so good. But it was, it's such an addiction that when we were in Cape Cod a few years ago, I had on the family vacation planner to visit the Cape Cod factory because I just love Cape Cod potato chips so much. Now, we never made it to the Cape Cod factory because my family's like, we're not visiting a potato chip factory, but that just kind of gives you an idea as far as how much I love potato chips. Oh, they're just so good. But when I started eating pork rinds, because in the beginning I was like, I'm not eating pork rinds. That just sounds, I don't know. I just was never appealed with the look of pork rinds or anything like that. But they are so tasty. And for me, it just satisfies that crunch that I feel like I crave from and I get from potato chips. So if you have not tried out pork rinds, I highly recommend trying them out because they are, that crunch, they're just so good. But all right, so I'm gonna add these into the food processor because I wanna break these up into like a breading coating. If you don't have a food processor, you can use a blender, and that's what I used to use until I finally got a food processor. So it just makes it a lot easier. But anyways, like I said, what you want to do is you just want to break these up because this is going to be our breading. You definitely want to use some type of blender to break these up. I've added them into a plastic bag and tried to break them up by hand. They just did not work at the same time. So they didn't break up as finely, I should say. So let's give this a nice, put this on a high and break these up. Breadcrumbs are ready, so now let's add them into this bowl over here. I just have a couple separate dishes. We're gonna add them into our bowl. Perfect. All right, next we're going to add our eggs into our other bowl, and what this is going to do is we're gonna dip the chicken in the eggs and into the batter, and this is going to help it stick onto the chicken, or the breading stay on the chicken, I should say. So, and what I like to add is a little bit of mayonnaise. About a quarter cup. That's a good heaping tablespoon. So I'm gonna add this right into eggs and scramble this all together. All right, so I have our mayonnaise and our eggs in here, and let's give this a nice whisk, break up these eggs and mix this all together. All right, we have our eggs and our mayonnaise all blended together. We have our breadcrumbs ready, and now time for the chicken. Now I'm using boneless, skinless chicken tenders, but I'm gonna cut them into nugget shapes, and the reason for this is because we are cooking these in the air fryer, and I have found that when I cook them as tenderloins, they actually take up more space in my particular air fryer. I can only cook maybe 3, maybe 4 at a time. So we're gonna cut these into little nuggets so that way I can fit more in the air fryer and basically cook more at a time. So let me get these chopped up. I turned on the air fryer so that way I can start warming it up and bringing it up to temperature. And before we dip our chicken into our egg and mayonnaise mixture and our breadcrumbs, we do want to season our chicken. So I'm going to season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. That air fryer is loud, so I did not realize how loud it is. So, alrighty, a little salt and pepper there. Actually, maybe somebody's driving by. Maybe that's what that noise is. Not sure. Alrighty. A little salt and pepper on the other side as well. So friends, you want to make sure your chicken is seasoned well to absorb all that great flavor. All right, now we're going to dip into our egg mixture and then into our breadcrumbs. You want to make sure your chicken is thoroughly coated in our egg and mayonnaise mixture. So I'm just kind of mixing these chicken nuggets all around. There we go. Now we're going to add it into our breadcrumbs. And if you don't like pork rinds, you can replace this with almond flour as well. Almond flour is another great low carb option. But this is just such a great low carb treat, and yeah, I cannot wait to taste these with you. So I'm actually excited because I just picked up a bottle of Primal Kitchen Buffalo sauce, and I have never tried this. So that's what inspired me to say, you know what, we're gonna make buffalo chicken tenders today. So, all right, let's get these into our bread mixture. I'm trying to do this without getting my hands dirty, but that's all right. All right, so now we're gonna mix this, get these breadcrumbs, these chicken tenders all in our breadcrumbs. Now it's time to add these into our air fryer. So let me clean up a little bit, grab my air fryer, and we'll pop these guys in. I had preheated our air fryer at 400 for a good 5 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is give my little, I got just avocado oil in here, give this a little pump so I can spray some and oil the bottom of our air fryer. Just like this. Woohoo, this baby's hot. All right, let's add our chicken into our air fryer. Get all this chicken nugget goodness. Before we start cooking our chicken in the air fryer, we want to make sure that we top it with a nice oil, and that's what's going to help make it crispy. So I'm just using avocado in my little pump here, but you can use olive oil or coconut oil, pretty much whatever you have on hand. So let's give this a good spray, a nice generous spray right on top of our chicken. We're gonna cook this at 400 degrees in the air fryer for about 6 minutes, and then we're going to flip them over and cook them for another 6 minutes. But like I said, be generous because this is, whew, I got a lot of them. But this is what's going to help make our, give our chicken nuggets that nice crispy texture. So we'll be right back once these are ready. All right, friends, we have about 2 more minutes until our chicken nuggets are ready. While those are finishing up, I'm going to take our buffalo sauce and add it into a little melted butter, and this is what we're going to coat our chicken tenders with. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a wedding photographer based out of South Florida. And as a wedding photographer, my job is, it's physically demanding. On a wedding day, you are on your feet anywhere between 10 to 12 hours on that day, just running around, carrying equipment and whatnot. And we were just at a point in our lives, my husband and I, where the weight was just, it was starting to get out of control. I was pushing over 180 pounds, and I'm only 5'4". And I've never been very, very heavy, but at 180 pounds, I was starting to get to a point where I just wasn't feeling good. I didn't like how clothes were fitting on me. And at the end of the day, I really just wasn't feeling good at all. After a wedding, we're just so physically exhausted and just so drained that we had to make a change. And that's when we came across the ketogenic diet and pretty much started our low carb lifestyle. Now, I've been off it for about a year now. I dropped down to 129 pounds, so of course I was feeling great. And I went more on a paleo lifestyle. But lately I've noticed I've kind of been, you know, slipping off the wagon and really been eating a lot of potato chips. I mean, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, I finished a whole bag of Keto potato chips, and that's when I started to realize, alrighty, you got a problem again. So, you know, the weight's slowly creeping up, and that's not even an issue. I feel comfortable how I am. You know, I'm about 140 pounds now, but I'm just noticing that, you know what, it's getting out of control, so I need to, you know, I don't know, come back and say, hey, you know what, let's get control of this, because these potato chips have they have a hold over me. I mean, guys, they have such a hold over me. So I'm hoping with this channel together I can share some recipes that I find on the internet or create on our own. But I'm hoping with this channel that it will inspire you guys if you're struggling with different recipes on what to cook low carb and keto friendly. I'm hoping together that we can, you know, make these dishes and really just add some different meals to our pretty much to our menu. So because a lot of times I find myself always just making the same thing. Oh, and our chicken tenders are ready, so let's grab those. Alrighty, our chicken nuggets are all good to go. Look at these little babies. Don't they look delicious? I'm gonna come in closer so you guys can get a good view. But look at that nugget. Look at that crispy goodness. Alrighty, we're gonna add our chicken nuggets right into our sauce. And like I said, I just have some melted butter in here along with our buffalo sauce. So let's get these babies coated and taste them. I cannot wait to try these. Alrighty, give these guys a good mix here. Very nice. Ooh, these are looking good. I cannot wait to share these with you. Alrighty. Oh, I can smell that. I can smell that buffalo sauce, and that smells delicious. So let's grab a plate here. Let's get these plated and give these a try. Alrighty, our chicken nuggets are all coated. I'm gonna step in closer so you guys can get a good view as far as how these look. Look at all that chicken tender goodness right there. Oh my goodness, so much flavor. These guys look amazing. All right, friends, let's dig in. Let's get a good piece of chicken here with all that sauce on there. Oh, these are so good. Oh my goodness, these are so good. I'm getting a little bit of that salt and pepper from those pork rinds. And then with this buffalo sauce, this is really good buffalo sauce, by the way. Very good. I mean, and it's made with cashew butter and avocado oil. Who knew? But man, that is really some good stuff. But these, my friends, are amazing. And low carb, there's no gluten in here or anything like that. Just a great, easy dish to make. Like I said, I put these in the air fryer at 400 degrees, 6 minutes on each side, gave them a nice generous spray with my avocado oil to help crisp them up, but all we need here is just a little bit of blue cheese, a little bit of celery, and then we have perfection. But oh my goodness, these are so good. So, well friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification. That way you get a message every time a new video is released. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.